The teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda have illuminated the path for millions seeking to transform their consciousness and create a life filled with joy, purpose, and divine connection. Among his vast treasury of wisdom, there are profound principles that serve as foundational pillars for cultivating positive thinking and manifesting a perfect life. These timeless truths, when deeply understood and consistently applied, have the power to revolutionize our entire existence from within. Before we begin, if you enjoy this video, give me a like, comment below about your thought and hit subscribe button so you don't miss any video inspired by Yogananda's teaching. Thank you very much. The first transformative principle that Yogananda emphasized throughout his teachings centers on the recognition that our thoughts are the architects of our reality. He taught that the mind possesses creative power far beyond what most people realize, and that every thought we think sends out vibrations into the universe that eventually return to us in material form. This understanding places tremendous responsibility and opportunity in our hands, for it means we are not victims of circumstance but creators of our destiny. When we consciously choose to dwell on positive, uplifting thoughts rather than negative, limiting ones, we begin to reshape the very fabric of our lives. Yogananda encouraged his students to guard the doorway of their minds with vigilance, allowing only those thoughts that align with their highest aspirations to take root. He explained that worry, fear, and doubt are like weeds in the garden of consciousness that must be pulled out immediately before they can spread and choke the beautiful flowers of faith, courage, and optimism. By maintaining a steady stream of constructive, harmonious thoughts, we create an inner atmosphere that naturally attracts positive circumstances, supportive relationships, and abundant opportunities. This is not mere wishful thinking or naive optimism, but rather a profound spiritual science that Yogananda both taught and demonstrated throughout his remarkable life. The second essential teaching revolves around the practice of unwavering faith and trust in the divine intelligence that orchestrates all of life. Yogananda spoke extensively about the importance of developing a personal relationship with God, not as a distant, judgmental figure, but as a loving presence that dwells within our own hearts and throughout all creation. He taught that when we align ourselves with this infinite intelligence through prayer, meditation, and devotion, we tap into a source of guidance and support that can solve any problem and overcome any obstacle. This faith is not blind belief, but rather a deep inner knowing that comes from direct spiritual experience. Through regular meditation practice, we begin to feel the presence of divine love and wisdom within ourselves, and this experiential knowledge becomes the unshakable foundation upon which we build our lives. Yogananda emphasized that we should approach each day with the confident expectation that the universe is conspiring in our favor, that every challenge contains hidden blessings, and that we are always being guided toward our highest good. When difficulties arise, rather than succumbing to despair or frustration, we can maintain our inner equilibrium by remembering that these temporary obstacles are opportunities for growth and that divine grace is always available to those who seek it with sincere hearts. This attitude of faithful surrender does not mean passive resignation, but rather active cooperation with the divine will, trusting that as we do our part with dedication and integrity, the universe will respond with support and synchronicity. The third pillar of Yogananda's teachings on creating a perfect life involves the cultivation of unconditional love and compassion for all beings. He taught that love is not merely an emotion but the very essence of our true nature and the fundamental force that holds the universe together. When we open our hearts and extend genuine kindness, understanding, and goodwill to everyone we encounter, we align ourselves with this cosmic power and experience profound transformation in our own consciousness. Yogananda explained that harboring resentment, judgment, or ill will toward others creates toxic energy that poisons our own minds and blocks the flow of divine grace in our lives. Conversely, when we practice forgiveness, see the divine spark in every person, and respond to negativity with patience and compassion, we purify our consciousness and create space for miracles to occur. This principle extends beyond our relationships with other people to encompass our relationship with ourselves as well. Many individuals sabotage their own happiness through harsh self-criticism, guilt, and feelings of unworthiness, but Yogananda taught that we must learn to love and accept ourselves as beloved children of God, worthy of all good things. By treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding we would offer a dear friend, we heal old wounds and release limiting beliefs that have held us back. Furthermore, this loving attitude should extend to all of life, including animals, nature, and even our daily activities. When we approach each task, no matter how mundane, with an attitude of love and service, we transform ordinary existence into sacred practice and discover joy in unexpected places. The fourth fundamental teaching that Yogananda offered for creating a perfect life centers on the importance of living in harmony with universal laws and maintaining balance in all aspects of our being. He taught that the universe operates according to precise spiritual principles, and when we align our lives with these laws, we experience ease, flow, and abundance, but when we violate them through ignorance or willfulness, we create suffering and limitation. One of the most important of these laws is the principle of moderation and balance, which Yogananda emphasized repeatedly in his teachings. He explained that extremes in any direction, whether in work, rest, eating, entertainment, or even spiritual practice, create disharmony and prevent us from experiencing lasting peace and fulfillment. The path to perfection lies in finding the middle way, where we honor all dimensions of our being without becoming obsessed with or neglecting any particular aspect. This means taking care of our physical bodies through proper nutrition, exercise, and rest, while also nourishing our minds through learning and creative expression, and feeding our souls through meditation and spiritual study. Yogananda taught that we should be in the world but not of it, engaging fully with our responsibilities and relationships while maintaining inner detachment and remembering our true spiritual identity. He also emphasized the importance of right action, explaining that we create our future through the choices we make in each present moment. By acting with integrity, honesty, and consideration for the welfare of others, we generate positive karma that returns to us as blessings and opportunities. Conversely, selfish, harmful, or dishonest actions create negative consequences that we must eventually face. Understanding this law of cause and effect empowers us to take full responsibility for our lives and make conscious choices that align with our highest values and aspirations. When we integrate these four profound principles into our daily lives, we begin to experience a remarkable transformation that touches every aspect of our existence. The practice of positive thinking rewires our neural pathways and shifts our perception, allowing us to see possibilities where we once saw only problems. Faith in divine guidance gives us courage to take bold steps and trust the unfolding of our journey even when the path ahead is unclear. Unconditional love opens our hearts and connects us with the infinite source of joy that exists within. And living in harmony with universal laws creates a foundation of stability and balance that supports our continued growth and evolution. Yogananda's teachings remind us that creating a perfect life is not about achieving some external ideal of success or accumulating material possessions, but rather about awakening to the perfection that already exists within us and learning to express it more fully in our thoughts, words, and actions. The perfect life is one lived in conscious awareness of our divine nature, in loving service to others, and in joyful appreciation of the precious gift of existence. It is a life where we meet each moment with presence, gratitude, and an open heart, knowing that we are eternally held in the embrace of infinite love. These timeless teachings offer us a roadmap for transformation that is as relevant today as when Yogananda first shared them. By committing ourselves to these principles and practicing them with sincerity and dedication, we can overcome any limitation, heal any wound, and create a life that reflects the highest possibilities of human existence. The journey may require patience, persistence, and courage, but the rewards are immeasurable, for we discover not only outer success and happiness but the ultimate treasure of self-realization and union with the divine.